Alright, so Éomer has tasked us with returning to
We will
Edoras.
consult with my uncle Théoden, and he will resolve this issue with Fustred.
Well, let's go. It's my first time going to Edoras. I hope to be surprised and impressed. This is the furthest I've ever been in LOTRO, so I'm really looking forward to
My
continuing.
uncle Théoden will listen to me and put right the situation with Reeve Fustred. He is still king in Rohan.
Look there, Telemar. Behold, the golden hall of Medicine, seat of my uncle Théoden, the king of Rohan. We will speak with him and obtain a decree that the Reeves will be unable to ignore. They must move their people across the Endwash where we can better protect them. A decree by Théoden King will be more difficult for them to ignore, I deem. However, Éomer looks momentarily discomfited. I rode north with my Erud to hunt the orcs against my uncle's wishes. He may still be displeased, but we must hope that he will forgive the disobediences for its happy result, the death of the orcs. That's pretty impressive, visually. Lord Éomer, did you fight the orcs? Aye, we destroyed them all. Something is not right, Telemar. I see the influence of Gríma Wormtongue everywhere. There's Hammer. We will set things right. Hammer, I have come with these 3 companions to see my uncle. I'm Hammer, the door ward of Théoden. You have come to the Golden Hall of Midaseld in the presence of Éomer, nephew of the king, and you are as welcome here as he himself be, if he speaks well of you. These are unusual companions to bring to Edoras. These are unusual times, Hammer. Some would say they require more friends rather than fewer. That is not what Gríma would say. I say that further proof of his wisdom, then. Gríma's words are nothing to me. Will you let us in now to see my uncle? You know who I am, Hammer. Yes, Hammer, you and your friends may pass. I only ask that they leave their weapons outside. I'm sorry that you must be inconvenienced in this way, Telemar. Do not blame Hammer for it. He is simply doing his duty. The safety of the king must come before all, and keeping the weapons of strangers outside the hall can help ensure it. It was never like this in the days of old, however. I sense the influence of Gríma. Ooh, Horn's gotta leave Nora's sword. I will leave Nona's sword with Hammer, for I trust the door warden of Théoden and know him to be an honorable man. He will see to it that the blade is returned to me after our audience. I do not like to be without it even for a moment, but I will do as Théoden King requires. I do not understand why I must leave my bow with this man, Telemar. Do they not trust my word as an elf? If I say I will do no harm to their king, no harm will come to him from my end. It is not that I am offended, it is just that we went to some trouble to recover this bow the last time it left my possession, and I do not believe you would win a similar way to get it back. Corydon laughs. I will leave it here with his man Hammer. The Rohirrim seem so afraid of elves, I believe I could make a frightful face at one of them and cow him into returning my bow if it came to that. I love his sense of humor. They did a good job writing for Corydon. I will bring you to see Théoden King. This is quite amazing. Look at the visuals on that. He will call you before him when he is ready for you. Until then, you must wait. My king, I've always served you faithfully and well. Faithfully. It is my master, Gléwin. He taught me the craft when I was young. What has he done? I have been your minstrel for many years. It has been my honor and privilege. Enough of this, bard. You are guilty of spreading lies and deceit throughout Edoras. Théoden King, please listen to me. My minstrel, Glowin. I would never speak against you, my king. I did not mean...
God, seize this man. Cast him from Edoras, never to return.
My king, please. Éomer's getting pissed. I've seen enough, Telemar. It is as I feared when my uncle forbade me to pursue the orcs. His will is not his own. It is Gríma's doing. Uncle! Éomer! I have returned from the hunt. The orcs are destroyed. Éomer, sister's son.
You dare return here after flouting the king's command not to pursue the orcs?
The king's command? To my memory, it was your command, Gríma Wormtongue. Your commands have the weight of a breeze in the grass to me.
I speak with the king's voice.
Gríma, the orcs, the orcs. Uncle, you must not worry yourself so.
See how you trouble the king. Your presence is painful to him.
Éomer, stop. Gríma. Gods. So this is when Éomer's going to get kicked out of the hall and exiled.
I will speak with Hammer about this. Nephew of the king or not, you should have left your blade outside. I know what it is you seek, Gríma, for Rohan and for yourself.
You have shoved none. I was doing the wrong voice, my bad.
Take him to the dungeons. He is a danger to the king.
Éomer, be wise. Listen to me, all of you. Can you not see that Rohan has been left undefended? It will not last, Gríma. Oh, we have to talk to Gríma now. Gríma studies you with piercing eyes, and you feel distinctly uncomfortable. How much knowledge of your imprisonment in Isengard did Saruman share with his nefarious agent? You learned in the caverns below Isengard that Gríma is a pawn of Saruman, but does Gríma know that you know?
Éomer's a companion by the lowest sort of companions, Théoden King. And who else do I see with you? Has Stangard fallen? Have the Easterlings raised it? How else to explain why Horn has come before the king?
Easterlings, grave threat. Théoden King, the men of Stangard remain strong. But your land is beset by dangers. You must open your eyes and see.
Silence! You speak the same treasons of Glewin, your master.
I speak the truth. Théoden King, you must release Éomer. Rohan needs him. Éomer.
My king, you do not set any hope upon Éomer.
Have you forgotten the curse of Wergund? Wergund, eh?
It claimed the life of your son, and it will claim Éomer's life as well.
Theodred.
It is the order of the king that this rabble be cast into the dungeon alongside Éomer.
They're going to take Horn into custody? Gríma, have mercy. The crime is that of Glewin, not that of my brother.
Slade Edwin, you speak with wisdom that befits your beauty. The three of you are banished from Edoras. You are forbidden to again cross the Entwade, and you must remain east of the river. If you disobey this command, you will suffer the penalty of death. Be thankful for the mercy of Théoden, King of Rohan.
Gríma stares at you with piercing eyes.
You are fortunate, Telemar,
he says, the shadow of a half-smile creasing his lips.
That will not happen again.
In the golden hall of Meduseld, we beheld what I have long feared. Théoden King has fallen under the sway of his chief counselor, Gríma Wormtongue, who speaks with Saruman's voice. Rohan is imperiled.
Is he going to put us back in Snowborn, I wonder? No, we are in Eastminute now. This is terrible, Telemar. It is as I feared when I sang the song.
Terrible.
Oops.
It is as I feared.
When I sang the song that resulted in my banishment to Stangard, the king is truly under the power of malevolent force. Gríma Wormtongue, not Théoden, rules in Rohan, and now Éomer is captive in Edoras.
I do not know what we can do.
Éomer is imprisoned. We cannot cross the Entwash. The people of the Sutcrofts are in grave danger from the fervour of the Reeve, and I thought Nona would have returned by now. Horn looks downcast. I am fortunate the king did not comment on my return from Stangard, or I would be in the dungeon alongside Éomer, or worse. We have failed in everything, Telemar. I swore to stand by you once I was cast from Stangard, but everything I have tried to do has ended in failure or disappointment. I am sorry. Oh, this is where we get the bridles. Someone was telling me yesterday, but see, I don't think if these are the legendary items, I don't think you can use them anymore because they're part of the old legacy system. Yeah, it won't even let me choose one, it looks like. Alright. Alright, so that is a wrap on that quest. We got to go to Edoras for the first time, which is really, really cool. And now we're into Book 9, Chapter 9, The Dividing Line.
By order of Théoden King, you three are to stay on this side of the Entwash.
If the command of the king changes, I will be informed by Raven, I do not doubt. But until then, you stay here, and I will stay here. You stay there, and I will stay here. If I can learn how to read.
Why is Horn so upset? Have we not done what we set out to do?
We tracked our mutual friends across the Eastment, and only gave up the chase when we were assured of their safety. We did much good in Rohan. This is more than could be said for some of the Aldors and Thanes and Reeves we have encountered. We will see what the future brings us, will we not? Corridon smiles at you. Think of Rudriff, Telemar. Baldbark the Ent. Finding one of the tree herders still alive in Fanghorn was not even a glimmer of a hope in my mind when you, Horn, and Nona and I began our journey down the Anduin. But that was such a happy discovery, all the more because it was unexpected.
What would Corridon be saying today if we had not run into that Ent?
He laughs. You're both right, my friend. Tomorrow will be brighter. There is no sense in mulling on the past or in worrying for the future. We will take one day after another, as the sun rises and then sets, and we will await the dawn with hope. We will do what we can for the people of East Rohan. We must help them prepare their defenses. We must help them fight what battles we can, and we must help them rebuild if the battles go ill. Who stands between the people of Rohan and their enemies? Horn grips the hilt of his sword with resolve and sets his shoulders. We do. We must not fail them. We will not fail them. Our work is just beginning, Telemar. If on the morrow we need to cross the Entwade for the good of Rohan and the risk of our own lives, we will. But today we will do what we can for the people on this side of the line. May fortune smile on Corridon, and on you, and on me, and on Nona, wherever she may be. Good fortune, and victory! So I don't think it matters which one of these we choose anymore. I'll take the heavy one for now. Alright, and then we get into the next quest, which is defeat Saruman's mounted minions of the Sutcrofts. So we're going to be doing this while we're in exile. But that is the next quest. Because for now, we're at the end of this particular episode. So stay tuned for the next one in the journey. And if you haven't already done so, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, should they get updates like this in the future.